Alrighty, welcome back to Drone Exam Simplified. This channel exists to get you through the FAA Part 107 exam cleanly and efficiently. We do that using the Part 107 DELL system, which combines 60 FAA rules reduced to trigger phrases and the drone exam logic lens. Because on the exam, the FAA is testing whether you can decide correctly under pressure. That's what this system trains. Today, we're going to be covering Section 3, which is aircraft and performance. That means hard limits, aircraft condition, performance degradation, and the rules that decide when a drone is not legal to fly. Let's get into it. Okay, starting off with Rule 21. Altitude exists to separate drones from manned aircraft. Under Part 107, your vertical limit is not flexible unless a structure exception applies. Here's why that matters. The higher you fly, the more chances you have to encounter manned aircraft. Here's an example. Flying at 450 AGL in open airspace with no structure nearby is a violation. Trigger phrase: if not near a structure, stay 400. First rule out the way, that lets us get into drill mode. But before we engage in drill mode, don't forget, manufacturers update their specs and send out firmware updates that can change performance. That means the FAA interpretations can shift. You have to be updated to keep your license in good standing. So subscribe to keep that info in front of you so the FAA does not come from behind you. All right, drill mode. Rule 22. The faster you go, the less reaction time you have, so the FAA puts limits on that. Trigger phrase: if speeding, slow to 100. Remember, 100 miles per hour, 87 knots. Rule 23. Weight changes everything. Inertia, impact, certification category. That's physics, and that's also the Part 107 rules for their thresholds. Trigger phrase: if over 55, not Part 107. Rule 24. Before you launch, the FAA assumes you verified airworthiness. You should do this anyways because it keeps your drone safe and you want your drone safe, so it can make it back from the trip. Trigger phrase: if launching, inspect first. Rule 25. Same reason for this rule. It pretty much helps your drone get home safe. Follow the manufacturer's guidance to a T. Trigger phrase: if maintained, it stays legal. Our first rapid recall checkpoint. Say the first set of trigger phrases out loud. This is part of the recall training. Meet me at the next rule. Rule 26. Power loss is one of the most common causes of incidents. The FAA expects you to identify weak batteries before they become emergencies. To be honest, we can chalk this up to bettering yourself. Keep that drone for more trips. Trigger phrase: if battery questionable, don't launch. Rule 27. Known malfunctions override everything else. No mission justifies an unsafe aircraft. If you see something on your aircraft or know of something that's broken, why try to fly? Trigger phrase: if it's broken, it's grounded. Quick system check. This is how the FAA expects you to think. Drone exam logic lens automatically. Step 1, identify the domain. Step 2, identify the controlling fact. Step 3, identify the required action or your limit. And step 4, get the final legal decision. Do not skip steps. You don't even need gut feelings with the DELL. Okay, back to rules. Rule 28, more physics. Payload affects balance, thrust, and control authority. Improper loading equals degraded performance. Trigger phrase: if payload shifts, flight drifts. Rule 29, performance issues rarely appear all at once. Early warnings are your chance to prevent violations and respond immediately. Trigger phrase: if warnings appear, respond now. Rule 30. Environment directly affects aircraft capabilities. Temperature, wind, and air density changes performance margins, so be on the lookout for those things. Trigger phrase: if conditions change, adjust or abort. Final recall checkpoint: train yourself by saying them out loud. This builds your exam reflex. And that is aircraft and performance. 10 rules based on your aircraft limits. You do not need to memorize specs with these rules. The DELL system organizes every rule into the exact decision order the FAA grades against. So instead of guessing, you identify the controlling fact, apply the required limit, and get out there to fly. Getting the full DELL system includes all 60 rules organized by decision step, study mode for understanding, drill mode for pressure recall, a full mock exam with step failure diagnostics and trap checklist, plus more, so you don't miss those easy points. This system gets you where you're trying to go faster, which is in the air. And if it's your thing, paid while you're in the air. I'll see you in the next section. Arrivederci.